Hi Taurus, welcome to your magician reading for me. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Whoopsie, hello. As well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to True Love Tarot. Love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love and support. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate and has, just saying, has resonated. Half of them are like work. Resonate in other areas of your life, as well as this could be yours or your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. There's also a lot of great readings out there for just the Venus sign. That's kind of separate and apart. So not from me, but I know from other people. They do Venus sign readings. So if that's of particular interest, check that out. Anyway, this is a thing I'm doing. Journey through the tarot, like the Fool's Journey. So we come to the Magician. That's where we're at now, and it takes a look at your intentions and your energy, and or at least it started out that way. It's kind of like looking at where your energy was, and where it should be, where it needs to focus for this year because of changes taking place or what you're calling in for yourself. It should just be an energy reading, right? But all right. Anyway, hi Taurus. Okay. Taurus. Hello. Two of Pentacles, I like it. Two of Pentacles and the Devil right out of the gate. Now it's a party. That could be Capricorn. Four of Cups, Six of Pentacles, yay. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, that could be Taurus. We got Taurus, Capricorn. Three of Cups. All right. Let me a little space heater here, so let me move that so I can. There we go, little guys. Okay. All right. So, what's this? Hold on a minute. What's this Six of Pentacles about? I don't know. What's the Six of Pentacles? Well, now let's do the Devil first. 6, 6, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and 2 6s. Nice. Okay. Got some frustration. And we got things. So this is, is this a new relationship that's kind of started? And there's what's going on here. What is it about this new situation? There's something new. Is it a relationship, or did you just move somewhere? What's going on here? What's this Devil about? Okay. Hold on. Because it doesn't feel, this is the only major arcana. So this is not too weighted. Like, this is not a huge pivotal issue, life-altering thing. I mean, not discounting what it is, but this, you just got some decisions to make here. Four of Cups. There's some frustration. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Six of Pentacles. What's this Six of Pentacles about? Eight of Swords. This Ace of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Yeah, no, stop it. What's this Knight of Pentacles? Taurus, enough. Yeah. Yeah, because, all right, so you've been making someone else's life work to the neglect of your own. Stop it. You can't make this person be balanced for you. What's this Three of Cups about? Yay. Okay. Yeah, stop. Just because you're helpful Harry doesn't mean that you should be with certain situations. It's perhaps you've just realized that this is not a good fit or a good situation for you, and you've pulled back. You've gotten better about making that decision. You're not in it for the loyalty or because you should or out of obligation. Not that you don't value tenacity and being a partner and all that, but you have recognized that energy is better spent elsewhere, because this situation, it's like throwing good energy after bad. And this feels like it's a new relationship or a new situation, and you recognize the signs instantly, and you're like, oh, nope. Okay, I'm not going there again. I'm not doing that again. I've kind of been through something similar to this, and instead of you kind of enduring and going through the motions, you recognize that your energy is better spent reinvesting, as all of these readings have shown, in yourself and what you want, because you kind of neglected your own self-care, your own just your own stability. Like, you kind of have depleted yourself into trying to give to this situation that's not very stable. And it could very well be very one-sided. And so you pulled back to think about your priorities and what you want, which is a lot better than you still staying in a situation because you don't want to be alone, right? So it's not that this isn't on your mind and you're thinking about it quite a bit, but you're also looking at it realistically going, okay, this is 2 for 2. I just got the same type of person again. Why? Good for you. And the answer would be that you are very good at, you're like the can-do Cameron, you're helpful Harry, you're fix-it Felicia or Felix. And this is very similar to Capricorn's reading, actually, but you are the go-to person. And this is saying, nope, back it up. For me, your ability to make things happen and get it done, that magician energy is better spent. What is it better spent doing? Better spent investing in yourself. Ace of Pentacles. This is your own self-care and your own, you like things routine and stable, and there's room for spontaneity, but not when every single waking minute there's no rhyme, reason, spontaneity, or stability. When someone doesn't have a plan, when it's just a bunch of, I was going to say physical activity, draw your own conclusions, and there's no, you don't know when you're going to see this person again or what the, and not that that's a bad thing to have a lot of physical activity with somebody, but when that's all there is, or when it's just you're getting together to get, let's say, elevated. This is a situation where it's one-sided and it's kind of just very indulgent, and that's all that it is. So draw your own conclusions from that. But this is not a situation where it is about stability and reciprocity. And that might have been fun for a couple of times, but you're just like, I don't want to go there. So this is either just basically hookups and you're tired of that, or you're dealing with someone that you like, but you find out they're addicted or afflicted somehow, or there's just, and you're like, nope, I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to fix somebody else's life. I'm not doing that again. So this is your, I want to say chance to re-imprint, but there's been a situation that's come up again for you. It's very similar to a situation you dealt with before, and you're approaching it differently because you don't want to feel depleted again. You don't want to be worn out and exhausted again. And you don't want to be left wanting and feeling like, you know, everybody else always gets their needs met or taken care of but me. And it's because you're very good at doing that. You're very resourceful, you're very dependable, and yet this is about reinvesting. It's funny that I'm going to say this because usually across the board it's been about pull back your energy and you reinvest here. This is about you reinvesting in yourself, but with a social twist. This is not about family or work. For the Tauruses that I'm reading for, you need to pull back and start hanging out with your tribe again, your friends. That's new. That doesn't happen. That's random, because, you know, friends, really, it's either work, family, or relationship, right? But this is saying, nope, because this showed up so quickly after something else just ended, or you just got through something and then the same dynamic showed up with this second situation that you're kind of dealing with, that you're not still doing the same thing, but you're sure thinking about, like, what the heck happened? You need to be around people you love and people that are kind to you and people that can ground you. Your energy is best spent investing in your social circle right now, for your true friends, your loyal friends, things that can give back to you what you give, because you're naturally inclined to help or fix or be in service of. You need to be, for right now, for me, let's just say for me, you need to be around people that reflect that back to you. Family, specifically friends though. You've got, for the Tauruses I'm reading for, you've got some really solid friendships here that you need to reinvest in, that you need to get back to basics with. That's your happy place, is being around your close friends, and could be loved ones too, but specifically your social circle. Keeping things light and fun and social, and not really, because this feels like it's very close together. What happened, this new situation was ushered in kind of inside of 3 months of something else ending. And this is very similar dynamic. For some of you, it could be the same person coming back, and then you're like, oh, no, just as soon as you get a taste, you're like, oh, okay, it's the same thing. Same dynamic. This person hasn't changed. I haven't changed. Holy cow. That's why it's like, no, be around people that can ground you and uplift you and keep you sane, because you might be spending a lot of time thinking about this. For others of you, it's somebody different, but it feels the same. And so it's like, okay, I need more time unto myself and around people that love me and that I love, and I can get my love fix that way. No more of this, for a while at least, getting serious or kind of involved with someone. Okay. Yep, taking a break because this relationship or the relationships for the Tauruses that I'm reading for your emotional or romantic emotional relationships have been a lot of work. So taking a break, yay, I like it. Get to have some fun, have some levity of your choosing, not entering into a situation and then not knowing what's going to happen next. This is you going, you know what, I could do with a night out with my friends and we're going to go do this and just have some fun and see what happens. Good spontaneity. I'm going to go over to so-and-so's house and holy cow, they got this going on and then something else broke out and I don't know where we stand. That's bad spontaneity. That's not knowing what you're getting into and that doesn't suit for the Tauruses I'm reading for. All right. What else for? Five of Cups. Hold on, let me explain. All right, your energy is best suited. It's almost like it's quick as something came around, you pulled back out again because you know that you're not ready, that you still got some grieving to do, some thinking about things. And for right now, relationships for you, you don't know how not to do what you do. You don't know, for the Tauruses I'm reading for, you don't know how not to exhaust yourself in a relationship and overextend yourself and over offer things. So your job right now for your sanity and for the best use of your magician's store of energy and what you want to manifest and call to you is to reinvest in yourself, obviously, but specifically not withdrawing to the point where you're vulnerable for offers that are not for your best interest, right? Because then you get lonely and you're like, well, okay. No, this is about keeping yourself socially active and keeping things light and fun and you keeping your friends and loved ones close. What else for Taurus? So you can move through that grief. So you can process it and be realistic and grounded about it. This sadness or this disconnect and this disappointment that you're feeling, it's part of the process. It's not all of the process. And you're going to need your tribe to restore the balance and perspective and keep you grounded. Because otherwise you're going to be vulnerable to this crap. Someone coming back in and no. Good. What's for Taurus? Seven of Wands. What else for Taurus? Guard your energy. Good. Six of Cups. Okay. So boundaries, setting boundaries, being around people that will insulate you, buffer you, setting boundaries, moving through this grief or this disappointment, but seeing it for what it is, seeing both sides, and realizing I'm just not ready to date because I don't know how to overgive. I don't know how to not fix someone. I attract broken birds and I need to fix someone. That's what this is. Like I Taurus need to kind of be around a tribe to keep me from this overextending energy thing that I have right now. It's just a right now. It's not for everything. Because relationships and love relationships specifically, like romantic, have been a lot of work for you and they're exhausting. You need to tap out and move through the grief or the sadness that you feel from that one you love, because this is just like that, if not the same person. And set healthy boundaries. This is about you taking decisive action and standing your ground and knowing your self-worth. And then we got Six of Cups here. So that's about you, again, with the setting of the boundaries. And honestly, going back to your roots and surrounding yourself with people that love you and people that are good to you, and there's a reciprocal relationship going on so that you can move through this sadness and grief and address the issues that are coming up, because this could be issues from the past, recent past, that you just need to deal with. It's just, you've been going, fixing. We got 4, 5, 6, 7. You just need some downtime to deal with some things. All right. Oh, wrong one. So this is, so I just laid it all out there. It's kind of heavy, but kind of not, because once you let go or make the conscious choice to deal with this issue, once you adjust to this new normal and you take a look at things, you've got your friendship circle, you've got your loved ones around you that are going to help ground you, insulate you, and your focus should be on being resourced by that this year. Work is fine, but for the Tauruses I'm reading for, you could do with a break from these relationships that are kind of much more demanding of you than they are giving to you. And be around people that aren't going to take advantage of you, that are going to respect your boundaries so you can get some practice in erecting those. And you can finally deal with and move through the grief of, just the disappointment and sadness, and whatever issues have been kind of holding you back, you get to finally address, because you're not doing the relationship thing for a while. Not when you've had two so close together that are exactly the same type of person. Plus 4, Taurus. Need to take a break. Oh. Watch your words. Okay, this for this right here, this is self-talk. I don't think this is about someone getting explosive and mean and nasty. I think this is about self-talk and you beating yourself up and you kind of being down on yourself, which could make you an easy target for somebody that kind of talks this way to you and you believe it. We got the devil twice here, so this could be issues with self-esteem, being stuck in the past and not moving through grief, and beating yourself up and feeling guilty. Stop it. Again, your energy this year needs to be investing in your tribe and being around people who love you and will resource you so you can get those healthy boundaries set up and stop the negative self-talk. Get back to stability. All right, what else for Taurus? What else for Taurus? 7 of Swords. You know, this kind of feels like having to leave in the dead of night a very unhealthy, abusive situation. For some of you, it very well could be that. That's why this tribe keeps coming up. That's why people that can insulate you and protect you and shield you keep coming up. Because you've got some long-standing, some of you could have some long-standing issues. And we've got the need for healthy boundaries. We got needing to move through grief from past issues and just tapping out of relationships that are very hard work. This all speaks to someone kind of fleeing from a very toxic, heavy, oppressive, even abusive situation. And for that, I'm sorry. And you have support. So, the need for you to really invest in this tribe and learning how to grieve and to move through that and to set up those healthy boundaries very strategically so, and to be safe and strategic and savvy. That's what this year is about for the Tauruses I'm reading for. This doesn't have to be as heavy as what I just mentioned, but there is a need just to pull back and conserve your energy and save it for those that love and care for you and are there for you. That's where your energy will best be spent this year. All right, what else? Taurus. This is, yes, it's 8 of Swords, all right? And we've got, I was going to say devil reverse, death reverse. So this could be Capricorn. 8 of Swords, and is that, no, that's not reverse. 8 of Swords reverse, hold on. I got something in my eye, okay. All right. 8 of Swords and death reversed. So this is fear of change. This is fear of letting go, fear of what's to come. Again, more than ever, surround yourself with your tribe so you can feel safe, so you can get some perspective, so the load is lifted because you have time to think and you can reprioritize and you can reorganize and think about things and get some clarity on things so you have time to think. Because right now we've got someone that just doesn't know what to do and it's like they're frozen and they're afraid of this change. And that's where your people come in very handy. A support group, quite literally a support group that will bring peace and shift perspective and will help you set up those healthy boundaries and move through the grief so that you can make decisions and you won't be afraid anymore. Okay. I thank you for stopping by, Taurus. You keep your head up and you keep your people close. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you for stopping by.